feels to be in love. Nigga, I don't know, but I'm lost in the sauce. Feeling crazy, nervous, you know.
Knowing you from an academic stance or academic place and then meeting you as an artist when I heard Eclipse. To me it was so interesting to see the academic versus the artist, you know, and those two different worlds. So do you find there's any relation or connection? How was that rather transition from secondary school to now singing? You never sung in secondary school.
Well, it wasn't really a transition. It was more like me sharing that part of myself. So like I would have been in little poetry clubs in school. I would have been in small little things. So if we had a play, I would just be more into it and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't really come from a household that kind of viewed arts as a thing to do. So it was more as my personal endeavor. So I used to write a lot of poems, for sure. And then I remember I updated my phone and it had GarageBand on it.
Right,
So I was like, oh, I could play with this thing. So then I used to start to write songs when I was bored. So I used to
From
just...
the poetry or similar to the poetry.
Yeah, but it's different though, because with songs now you're writing to meet a melody and you're writing to meet cadence. With page poetry, because it wasn't spoken word I was writing, it was page poetry. Page poetry, you could focus on like metaphors, you could focus on different literary devices because it's to read. But with music, it's something to hear. You know, so you have to also make sure like the cadence of it and like the rhythm and the pattern.
Okay.
Songs good now,
So
boy.
you used to enjoy writing songs?
Like writing. So, and I had GarageBand. I say, I can record something. So I use a little thing and I sing and I do my little backups and I say, I can make like little songs, but it wasn't really to share. I just was having fun. Maybe in the back of my brain I felt, because I always used to like music, because when I was a little child, me and my cousins, we had a little band and thing, but I didn't really think for sure I was going to do it.
In any serious capacity.
You know, but I liked writing these songs, so I used to share it with like my little group of my friends and thing, and I'd be like, I write another one, thing, and they would hype me up, whatever. And then I was like in final year, and I told at first I was telling myself when I graduate, I would probably share some, but then boom, COVID. So I was in my final year still, but lock up, and I was like, what if I die from COVID? And no, I have nothing. I don't even have my degree, nothing on my name. So I said, let me just drop one into the universe, which was actually danger. I only drop it on SoundCloud alone. And people keep, I didn't know you used to do this, ting, when I like a song, I get more, boom. So I was like, all right. Then I did Eclipse. And I was like, I'll do this one properly, so I'll buy the beat, and I will put it on all streaming platforms, and I will actually share it on my IG to see if anybody...
They kind of gauge your response.
Yeah, to see, people were responding. So I was just like, okay, alright, y'all like it a little bit. Okay, maybe I can do something else.
Okay.
You know, so that's really how it comes. But like, I have a literal folder of songs because remember, I was just writing before. So that's why I said, I have songs, if I want to release, if I have songs to release, I just like to do things in a certain way.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to just drop in.
You said you used to think poetry. When it comes to you and songwriting, songmaking, what is it you're trying to achieve with what you put out? What you're trying to work towards, you would say?
What you mean, in the sense of success or in the sense of like creativity?
Creativity. And your art as music.
Well, for me, prior, it was like a form of dealing with shit. Not only bad shit, but a lot of the times it used to be more like emotional and stuff. So like, if I didn't really know how to say it, I'd write a song about the feeling. And you know, you had a little embellishment in the lyrics. But like, the base feeling of the song would have come from a place of feeling. So like with Eclipse, that song specifically was about missing somebody and wanting to see them, but you're only allowed to see them once in a while. Because as you know, Ting was from Tobago. So I could only see him when I catch a flight. So I use, and I guess that's when my poetry back in will come. I kind of parallel the fact that the sun and the moon is only meet once in a while. And it's create something beautiful. So in a sense, like you and I would be the sun and the moon, and we would meet once in a while. So like, that's why I was saying we can go slow, because I want to stay in that alignment for as long.
In that revolution.
Yeah, and it also meets, you know, it also make it flirtatious and stuff. So it also alludes like when you're linking. So you want to basically stay in that moment. So like even in the beginning of the song, I was like, what? I was like, wish on a star, it's daylight, would you be my moon? And I just kind of, the whole song I keep alluding to sun, moon, we are aligned. I was like, I see the blood in your eyes, which could be the actual eclipse, as well as lust, you know? So it's like, I just tried to like play on it to relay the fact that I was missing somebody and I wanted to see them. And in the chorus, I actually get to the nitty gritty where I'm talking about, we can go slow, don't go tonight. I want to stay with you. I give you all my time. So it's really, yeah, so it's really about me feeling that emotion and me trying to express that emotion. And only after I write it and I finished making it in GarageBand, I was like, I really like how this one sounds like. Maybe I could share this one.
That's
literally
it. Me, like that was the first song I heard from you, and that was when that introduction was like, it's a different vibe, it's a different space. And like with that once in a while thing, I feel like with art, we are at a stage where this is the once in a while time that you get to create new things, new things, and in art, I like that you said it was in the pandemic, when you spoke before, that because of how it was so glad to get to go to the beach. So you made a song to express that vibe of going to the beach.
Yes, it's me. As me at the end of the day, it's just I trying to express that because I write in it. So it's not just me singing it, hear the voice and thinking something, but I write it and it's me you're listening to at the end of the day, you know. So
what is the with KillaBee? Describe the inspiration for the name.
Honestly, it was never that deep. So, my name is Akila. People just call me Kila. Some people just call me Killa.
Yeah.
So, and then my last name starts with a B. So it's just KillaBee, KillaBee. You just put it together. And that was it. A lot of people thought it was some Naruto. I was so sorry to disappoint everybody.
Well, I thought it was some kind of string, some kind of spice.
It's literally just because remember my name was KillaBee on IG before I dropped the songs. My name was just I am KillaBee. Since I've ever had an IG, that was my name on IG. So I just used to save my songs under B KillaBee just for fun. I said, alright, so I'll just use that name and that. But it's also just a bringing together of my actual name. So that's really how it come. You know, be it sweet, you know, a little dangerous. So we call it KillaBee. Yeah.
But the thing I want to ask you too, I kind of get to understand was we speaking a lot about culture and the history of music and the history of song in this, right? What would you say if you say our music, our history, our understanding of music, right? Where do you think music is right now compared to what it was? And how are we moving?
You mean within Trinidad and Tobago?
The music movement, yeah.
I mean, well, it's according to what kind of music you're talking about. We will always flourish here when it comes to soca and like dancehall or G-song.
The typical.
Yeah, because those are we are Caribbean, which is I love all of those things. So no shade to that. But when we, especially locals, when they think other genres, they look outside for it. So even if it's decent, just because it's coming from inward, it has a little less respect attached to it.
Right now, that's colloquially so good.
Unless it could almost mimic outside.
Almost at that level.
Yes, so that's why I was trying to produce that quality. But it's not like I'm trying to mask myself. In some songs, like those songs, Eclipse is a little more on the R&B side, but songs like Gyal Apology and stuff, you could hear my accent is literally Gyal. It's different vibe, different songs, because at the end it's not a matter of me being ashamed of any part of our local culture. It's simply that I resonate with expressing myself more in R&B or slows or neo soul, because it's, you know, there's not one and the same, but you know, that kind of genre I kind of gravitate towards when it comes to expressing me.
We need that, and I like that we half in Trinidad, we understand we understand that we produce a certain thing. So what we're producing now, the sound that we're producing now, it shows how much we have here.
And we could do everything. Like, yes, there is Trinidadian art, which is art based on Trinidadian culture, but there's also Trinidadian art, which is just any art coming from a Trinidadian. And we will have our own experiences in that, we'll have our own thing in that. And like, I say Chimbegonian, you know? But yeah.
Very good. your art to be seen? And like, have you ever had to do things to get your art to be seen a certain way? In a I don't want to say more serious way, but that same thing you just said about understanding how people view some people have this inkling against particular music, so they won't take it on. If it's not one or two, if it's not so-called dancehall, radio is not so much pushing it. It's not that kind of thing, you know.
I just try to become undeniable. That's my aim. I don't think I'm fully there yet, but that is the gauge I'm going with. At the end of the day, if something's very good, people just shut on real people, but then at the end, they want it catchy, and when they like it, they end up listening to it, you know. So my aim is to improve myself and become undeniable. Like you have to literally want to not support if you know. I want it to be that you can't deny I'm trying to put out good stuff. You can't deny I'm trying to maintain a certain quality. So if I do that and I kind of do quality assurance on myself, it's either one is not your taste, which is fine. But if it is within your taste, it will simply be that you're choosing not to listen to that, not because it's not good. So I try my best to give something good. So it's really just you to catch it. You to jump on the train. You know what I mean?
If you reach it late.
Yeah, you're late. Literally. And it's just really working on myself. I know the people I like and look up to and a lot of stuff like that, and they do big things. So people might watch me and say, oh, you're doing good, and be like, I'm not where I want to be. Like, when I think...
Where is that? Where do you
sometimes I be conflicted, but with, like, if I was to stick on the artist part, it's just really damn good. Like, I want to say undeniable. So like whatever I do, I want anticipation. I want people to be like, oh God, KillaBee, the first song oh God. Like I feel sad. I can't even Rihanna right now.
But yeah, I know what to say, how I felt this right now. I don't ask it for things.
Yeah, so like I want that kind of stuff where I have a healthy fan base. I don't want no crazy stans who hate people. I just want nice people who enjoy music and understand I'm human at the same time, because don't dehumanize me at all. And yeah, just I want that, and just really follow my song and not try to box me in, and just appreciate who I am through my music and the different experiences I might share. I don't have the unrealistic expectation that everybody gonna like every single song. That just I'm not even like that, you know. But at the end of the day, if I feel like I put in a certain quality or something, it's like, as I say, undeniable. You have to at least admit that this is good, even if it's not your cup of tea. You can say that's some good tea, you know. Not my favorite flavor, but I know somebody go real like that tea, because that tea, top quality, you know. And that's really what I want to keep it at, you know. I have little squirms about like entering the idea of fame, and that does nerve-wreck me. I don't think people are great people at all. But
you said something today, you say you feel conflicted between art and...
No, so like that's why I say I feel conflicted with regards to where I want to be, because when I think about fame, it doesn't seem like a healthy thing. No, not like me having fame, but how other humans treat people who are famous and the expectations they have of them, and that's it. Don't dehumanize me, don't just suddenly expect. I don't like that overly in the public eye. Like I like my curated public eye. So I used to really love, before I started to drop music, my KillaBee profile was private. I had a lot of followers, but followers who I accepted.
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, people in the circle.
Yeah, or like people who would like on the outskirts of the circle, but I still know who they are. They're not like a random stranger could see my stuff. So you just feel a little bit more like this profile is open. Anybody could just,
more eyes.
You know. So that is where I have like that feeling, but that's something I would just try to always at least somehow keep at least a close-knit group of people I trust, and try to just manage going through the world and just take everything with a pinch of salt. And that's why I don't actually mind somewhat gross loads. I don't want it to be like yes and yes, but I don't want to be famous tomorrow. I feel like I know how to perform, I know something. I want to be able to really grow and prepare my mind and basically prepare for success. You know, I don't mind a little journey. If I can get paid during the journey, I think that's be great. But like I don't.
That's the joy.
You know.
And I think it's better when it's slow, because when it's slow, you appreciate the stages. You know?
And I can prepare, because like I have Faji this end of this month. I try to change my different performance sets and just try out new things. So this is the first performance where I'm going to dance. in it.
They used to dance before?
Yeah, but I used to do African Society in UWE actually. So I used to do African dance. I don't know if you ever came one of those shows. But I went I did like 3-4 African dance shows and stuff. But his party is a Nigerian party. So I was like, I could probably incorporate some of that.
Nice.
But I never actually sang and danced before, and I know it's going to be tiring, it's going to be a lot of work. But in the end, when I look at Janet Jackson and Bey and them be doing that. So I'm like, this is my baby step dance. So I could see what do work, what does make me tired. I could kind of use that to test out.
It's a stepping stone.
Yeah. So that's what I say. I don't want to be famous now because I'm still in my stepping stones where I get to figure out what works for me. Or don't work for me, how to adjust my performances to make them ideal. Because there are a lot of things that I've done. I remember I did this song called Jaywalking. Yeah, and I performed it at a place on the avenue. And I performed it differently. And I didn't like how it sounded. It was okay, like, you know. But I was like, I need to optimize this song. So then I went back and I made a different version of it. I slowed it down a bit, raised up the key, let somebody play keys. Because performing it live was a little difficult. Singing it the other way.
Live is a...
You know, so now I have an optimal way to sing that song live.
Because of that stage.
Because of that mistake, as you were saying, because of that mistake. I was talking about earlier from learning from it. That first time I did it, it was so lucky because it was a smaller performance and I had the bigger performance the very next day. You know, and I did it to the small performance just to test out. Didn't like how it sung, so for the big one, which was We Love Finale,
right. That was the final.
That was a big one.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, so I get to that performed that song great at We Love Finale just because the day before I did it not so great, and I was able to fix that one time, change it up, and it was great after.
I was sure you were saying like We Love was one of your first performances.
That was my third one actually.
But your big one like that, because of those smaller steps, you're able to stand on that stage and have that confidence.
Literally.
I think that's the same way.
So I get to learn from it, and when I have songs similar in cadence with that one now, I say, okay, well, obvious, as in that song is a little faster, so you need it harder to breathe to sing it. So that's how I knew it. When I sang it the first time, it was a little difficult to sing. So I found a way to curb that by just literally slowing down the BPM a little bit, using the key, and just making it a moody version of the song. So people will feel more emotional when they hear the song, which is good for live because you want people to resonate with your live.
You explained that to
you
me,
know?
I understand it too, but I understand it on, I see what your cadence was. I understand that on vibes. That's what
well, it's like a faster vibe then.
Vibes to me, you know, and how different vibes, certain different vibes take you, you know, as you move. The sound that you have for yourself and kind of having to match this requirement. Not so much of music, but for the person who sings the music as a feminine artist. Understand? So I can only imagine that there are hurdles that you have to overcome and like ways you have to work as a feminine artist. You could speak on that.
I mean, I don't know if my experience would have been the same as other people's experience in Trinidad because I feel like I just kind of started rolling. I just dropped this song and then people started to respond to it. So it wasn't like a very slow way. Some people trying to do this for years, and then it's stuff. But like, I understand that I am a strong woman, but I also understand how you can be perceived. So I just kind of take everything with a pinch of salt and try to feel out people, feel out their vibes in a way, see if they're looking like they're coming in appropriately because it's something that could happen. See if somebody talking to me because they look like they like me or they actually seriously would working. And I just kind of, I don't know how to describe it because they are feeling inside. And I try to go with that. And even in addition to that, usually first time I meet people, I go with somebody I know. Just a few times, so I would not be like in a weird situation. Even if they didn't give me a bad vibe, I would still go because you know the place is a little dangerous sometimes. So I just try to engage myself in a certain way. I am a free person. I like to post myself, think, but at the same time, I do think somewhat. I don't know what is the vibe I give online because I can't speak for other people, but I don't think I give somebody that just come and papi show me. I feel like I just give off like I'm a fun person and thing, but
and as a professional,
though
come right when you come.
Come right when you come, you know.
Don't come at all.
Yes, I feel like I don't know if that's because of the vibe I give off. People don't really come too left with me. They don't really.
As you see,
they know which street to climb. So yeah, a lot of people just kind of approach me professionally, which I like.
You just continue moving as you go moving.
And I think it's a piece of it is fake it till you make it, you know, because how I started to drop music and stuff with Gyal Apology, Gyal Apology, and stuff like that. Because it's a little more tropical. A lot of people thought I wasn't this aware. So they were approaching. Yeah, so they were approaching me as somebody who know the ropes, and I'm like, bro, this is my second song. Gyal Apology was literally my second song.
They don't need to know.
No, but so because of that and how I did my rollout and stuff, I think that people just assume that I was a professional, so they approached me as such. And now I'm used to it, so you can't change it now.
No, you are. But own that,
Yeah.
Own your professionalism.
Yeah, definitely.
Own your space that you've been doing a great job
So
and even producing.
I want to maintain that. I mean, I think I still am personable, but everything is a pinch of salt. We cool, but I'm not necessarily your friend, so come with some respect.
That actually Caribbean so it's like
Yeah.
people look at Trinidad and look at different islands and look at the space and say, nah, well, we could come out if we want to come as a third world, but
Nah.
I like that your music echoes that,
Yeah.
Come right when you come in. We have a lot
Come
of
right when
quality
you
here.
come
We have
in,
a
we
lot
have
of
thing.
thing here.
And I work in hard too, so
And
if I work in
appreciate
hard, you can respect that too and come like somebody who making sense.
And move on.
It makes sense. If it's one thing, it makes sense. Yeah, but it was nice. It's a journey, and we would live and we learn, and we have the ups and we downs. Sometimes, you don't really feel to do things, and I think with music at least is one of the few things I find it more easier.
Yeah,
I find
it. Lessons
boy, but it was physics.
So then you have
It was
professional-
physics, it wasn't.
Right. Yeah, you were more science.
No, but it was easier to apply discipline to it because I do find myself often lacking discipline. Even with school and stuff. But somehow with music, I'll fast to do it.
Yeah.
Like I'll fast to not be in the mood to do it and try to do it. I'll fast to be able
Discipline.
to organize things. Like I could organize the shoots. I could help. I'll be more excited when I'm working on it. So yes, it'll feel like work, but there's a hint of when I finish, I feel glad. I feel good.
No, but that's your promise
so,
to yourself. That's
yeah.
a discipline to yourself.
So I
continue
like
doing
that's the only thing that makes music feel more right to me. That it's not as hard to push.
Okay. So, well, thank you very much for joining us, for giving us your thoughts, your value, and all that you have to bring. You have a lot that you have coming with you, and that's what we're trying to echo here.
I appreciate
with
that.
Isle Vibes,
Yeah.
So on behalf of Isle Vibes, Risky Thoughts, Sun Mix, Savion Burke, thank you. Man, my name is Savion Burke. This is a killer.
KillaBee.
KillaBee. Yeah,
They had a number of government name.
Run up the streams. So you can do the introduction again, just to be safe, right?
Yeah.
My name is Savion Burke, and this is KillaBee.
Yeah. Sorry.
KillaBee, or if you want to pronounce it. KillaBee.
Yeah, like KillaBee.
B. Run up the streams.
Yeah, run up the streams. KillaBee music on everything. I am KillaBee on IG. Yeah.
And join the growing fan base.
Join
the growing fan base.
Yeah, the guy fan base name.
So I have here some snacks for you. Some big snacks.
Some granola.
Some granola snacks. So you enjoy that. Health is your wealth,
Health is my wealth. I'll probably try it with some almond milk. Yeah,
What am I saying? Oh no. I hope his mama turns off the radio, 'cause when he gets that stroke, I'm like, ooh.